In this quick video, we're going to walk through how to create a table in Sheets and how to enable the multiple select option and a drop-down. First, we're going to head to our sheet, and then we're going to hit Insert Table. You can use a current table, or you can create from a blank table. We're going to start with a blank table. You can make your selections from the box over on the right. As you scroll through, you can see that there's different options for project task, event planning, project management, inventory, team planner, and so much more. Once you're done with the box, just hit the X. This table, we're going to call it Field Trips for 24-25 because we're going to use this table to help us manage the year's field trips. We're going to call the table the exact same thing. Keep in mind that the title of the table cannot have any dashes in it. Now let's start with managing our table. I'm going to hit this drop down first. I'm going to change the color of my table. You can select the colors here, or you can create a custom color. I'm going to hit custom, and then hit OK. Now let's start putting in the information for my table. I'm going to select the edit type, date, and then I'm going to name my column. As I click in the cells, a calendar will pop up for me to select the date. If you have a date you don't need, just backspace or delete and you're all set. Now column 2, we're going to have that as location. And then I'm going to select here, edit column type, smart chip, place. And now we have all these place smart chips. I can just start typing Louisville Zoo. And then here it is. And we now have that place. This way I can head to their site or find any of their other information quickly, such as their address. Let's make sure we have our date. They're going to go to the zoo on October 14th. We have our location. We're going to make this column 3 a drop down. So we're going to hit this down arrow, edit column type, and select drop down. Now we see our criteria is a drop down. This is where I want to put the grades. So beside each color, I'm going to put a different grade. Ninth grade. And finally, 12th grade. As you scroll down, you can see Allow Multiple Selections. This will allow us to select multiple options from the drop-down at once, and then we'll hit Done. I'm going to name my column again. Now as we plan our field trips, I can select multiple grades at once. So if we have multiple grades going on this field trip, we can see that right there. Or we can just select one. And you can always go back and adjust. Let's say on this field trip, there's actually going to be multiple grades. You can go through and select that. Or if you have selected the wrong grades, just double click them again and they'll be removed. To remove them all, just click in the cell and hit delete. Let's keep going on our cells. We're going to put teams. This is where we can type in our team names, whether it's the Broncos, Chargers, or you can create that as a drop-down. But then you would have to have an option for every single one. You can leave them the same colors if you'd like as well. If you want to be able to select multiple options from the drop-down, you need to allow multiple selections and then hit Done. For our column 5, we're going to do time. We'll hit the drop-down, edit column type, scroll down to date, and then select time. And then we're going to do this again. Edit column type, date, time, and this is going to be return. So even though the cells look blank, we're going to click in here and we're going to put our times in. Now that we have our table with some data, let's look at the things we can do. First, we can hit this drop down and then we can group by column. What this means is we will now see our table organized by the date. So we can see that on October 24th, we have 2 field trips for multiple grades. And the table also put the dates in order for us. Again, this is what it looked like, where the dates were not completely in order. And if we hit the drop down, group a column, we'll see the dates are now in order. You can save this view, or if you don't like it, hit the X. You can do this with location as well. Group by column, we can see that there are 2 field trips at this location on these 2 dates. Now let's take a look at organizing our table by grade, group by column, and we can see every time that the same grades are going on a field trip. So 6th and 7th are going on these 2 field trips together, and then this is 10th and 11th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and so forth. You can also do departure time or return time as well. These are all the field trips leaving at 8, 7, 9:30. For more IT3 resources, visit vector@jsps.me/teachpoint to view all of our synchronous and asynchronous PD opportunities. You can find this video and so much more on our digital learning channel at jsps.me/digital learning and view our technical learning center, jsps.me/TLC, to find a wide variety of resources and videos on Infinite Campus, Google for Education, and so much more. You can also get help from our IT3 Care Center at jsps.me/help. Here you can chat with someone, submit a ticket, or view their knowledge base.